G'day trendsetters, this is the Industry 9 Ultralite CX 235 TRA wheelset, handmade in beautiful Asheville, North Carolina.
This wheelset centers around what Industry 9 refers to as their torch road alloy chassis. Now in a nutshell, that means they've got some new hubs at the center of these wheels, and these wheels are designed to be in between, so in between road and in between mountains. So they're sturdy but also svelte at the same time. So in other words, these could be perfect for your gravel bike. Like many of the wheel sets produced by Industry 9, this pair of wheels features the company's straight pull aluminium spokes, in which there are 24 front and rear in the company's 2-to-1 spoke pattern. These wheels are tubeless compatible and measure 23.5 millimeters inside diameter and 27 millimeters outside diameter. Each of these wheels comes standard with the company's stainless steel bearings, but in the case of this particular wheel set, they have been upgraded to the company's ceramic bearings, which is an upcharge and will cost you some extra cash. Industry 9 offer a color spoke upgrade option on all of these wheels. In the case of this wheel set, this is the level 3 upgrade, which is the top tier upgrade and will set you back some cash. The base level is an all black wheel set, and as you can see from these images, I've chosen spokes in green and gold to reflect on my Aussie pride.
This is Industry 9's AnnoLab tool for wheel customization, and these are the pricing details of the different levels.
Now it's time to weigh the wheels, and with rim tape and valve mounted, the rear wheel tips the scales at 788.5 grams. And now for the front wheel, which tips the scales, again with rim tape and a valve installed, 669 grams. Incidentally, the pair, according to Industry 9, should weigh 1,395 grams, and that's assuming bare wheels, so they should be pretty close to the spec weight. And let's see how the Ultralite 235 CX TRA wheels mount up. I've got a WTB Endurance 700c by 32 millimeter tire I'm going to try here. All right, just pull the air chuck. It's got about 120 psi in the cylinder. That sounds pretty good. Nice. And as you can see, the tire is completely in the bead, so that was pretty easy to mount. And the next tire to mount up is the Georgia Gravel King in 700c by 35 millimeter. And in the case of both of these tires, I've mounted them dry without any sealant, just to make sure they'll inflate and pop onto the rim bead. Okay, without further delay, I've got about 150 psi loaded up in the cylinder of the Bontrager Flash Charger TLR pump. Snap on the chuck, pull the lever to release all the air. That sounds like some success to me. Popped into the bead beautifully and inflated. It's holding about 42 psi right now, sans sealant, so these wheels are easy to mount tires onto. Today I'm doing a roadie ride. See those roadies in the background there? And I'm riding a gravel bike, and it's got the beautiful Industry 9 wheel set that I'm reviewing right now, the Industry 9 Ultralite 235 TRA.
Unfortunately, I don't have footage of me aboard the i9 wheels from this ride, so instead you'll have to ogle these images and know that after several roadie rides, I experienced no issues with the wheels on pavement. It also helps they accelerate quickly to speed, which was handy on these roadie group training rides. The spokes are thick and not bladed, but I didn't perceive any negatives in terms of aerodynamics, but honestly, that is difficult to detect as I don't have a wind tunnel laying around in my backyard. The rims are shallow and not affected by crosswinds. I've mentioned this before on the Gravel Cyclist YouTube channel, and that's the fact I like to race the product that I'm reviewing wherever possible. Unlike an easygoing training ride, you don't always have the option of picking your line during a race. Thus, the Industry 9 wheels were my wheel of choice at the 2018 3G Georgia Gravel Grinduro. This is some footage from the race, and you can see that race video in its entirety in the link in the video description below. The Georgia race featured a ton of rocky climbing and descending, and in hindsight, I wish I'd chosen a tyre other than the 700c by 35mm Panaracer Gravel King. That is a fabulous tyre, but this race favoured a bigger volume tyre with a tread pattern optimised for loose and rocky conditions. So, this race turned out to be a stellar test for the wheels as they were pounded, particularly on the rocky descents, which was a good area to make up time, provided you had some decent descending skills. Once my bike is set up for a race, I hope to experience no mechanical issues or flat tyres and focus my thoughts on the race itself versus my equipment. With a solid pair of wheels beneath me, such as the i9s, not once did I concern myself with the durability of the wheel set during this race or training rides leading up to it. Industry 9's aluminium spokes are light and strong, and the wheel set has stayed perfectly true for the 6-month period I've had them in my possession. I took some hard hits at this race, but the wheel set remains damage free and there were no air burping issues when I ran the tyres at lower pressure. There's definitely a secure hold on the tyres to the rim, but I had no troubles removing the 2 brands and models of tyres that I tested these wheels with. In summary, the Industry 9 Ultralite CX 235 TRA wheelset performed flawlessly. That's quite a mouthful. They are very lightweight for an aluminium rimmed wheelset and considerably better than similarly priced carbon wheelsets that also weigh quite a bit more. These wheels have a weight limit of 220 pounds, and whilst I'm not close to that, I would not hesitate to recommend these wheels to a rider who is close to or on the bubble of the limit of these wheels. My only reservation for a wheelset of this type is its proprietary spokes, which not every bike shop is going to have in stock. However, Industry 9 has excellent customer service and has a complete line of spare parts for all of their wheel sets, but if I was a wise consumer, I'd seriously consider purchasing a couple of spare spokes when I was buying this wheel set. If it counts for anything, this wheel set is manufactured from parts produced here in the United States. In addition, these wheels look fantastic, especially if you take advantage of one of the 3 levels of customization offered to personalize these wheels. These wheels are strong enough to handle race day and everyday riding, and for the gravel cyclist who has it all, I wouldn't hesitate to run these on a disc brake commuter bike. This is a wheel set I do not want to return, but I hope to keep it around for a while as a platform for my continuing tyre reviews and testing. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this review to be helpful and insightful. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the Gravel Cyclist YouTube channel and don't forget to click the bell button to be notified of future videos. I'll see you in the next video.